The member from York South-Weston.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is for the Minister of Children and Youth Services. Speaker, it is very important for families to have access to high-quality, affordable childcare. Since coming to office, our government has made great progress in expanding the affordability and the availability of childcare, despite the federal government's cancellation of our childcare agreement. Recently, however, there have been reports that because of federal funding shortfall, municipalities may have to reduce the number of childcare spaces and fee subsidies available to parents beginning this summer. This is causing great concern in the riding of York South-Weston and beyond. The Ontario Coalition for Better Childcare is at Queen's Park today to express their concern regarding the impact of the end of the federal funding for Ontario families. Mr. Speaker, Minister, could you elaborate how does the province plan to maintain the progress we've made despite the reduction in federal childcare funding?
Sir.
Oh, thank you, and thank you for the member for this question that is so very important for families and for children in Ontario. I am very pleased to announce that we're stepping in with $18 million to provide stability for families with kids in childcare. Excellent. This investment will give municipalities. Thank you. This investment will give municipalities the support they need to maintain the existing spaces through the 2009-10 school year and into the summer. It will give us more time to continue advocating on behalf of Ontario families with the federal government. It will also provide greater stability in the system leading up to the anticipated implementation of full-day learning for 4- and 5-year-olds based on the recommendations of our early learning advisor, Charles Pascal. We know that now more than ever, families need this stability. We won't leave them hanging because of the federal shortfall. I'm encouraging families.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Minister. Parents in my riding simply want the services to work. They are not concerned with which level of government provides them. They just want the services to be there. So it's great to know that the province is coming to the table to deal with this very serious matter. It's not just members of our community who have been asking, but also municipal governments. They are on the front line of delivering services to the most vulnerable members of society. They do their best job that they can, but often with limited resources, it's just not enough to meet the demands. And families also, I must say, speak to me often about issues of affordable, clean housing. Access to affordable housing is fundamental to raising children who will be at their best. But municipal governments need help in meeting these demands. And more than anything, they are asking for a stable funding formula that will work for them as well as for us. Minister, what is our government doing to strengthen—
Minister.
To the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the honourable member for the question. And Minister Matthews and I appeared before the Memorandum of Understanding table with AMO, which is an organization that's been set up by Premier McGuinty to allow us to consult the municipal sector. And Minister Matthews heard firsthand from AMO and the municipal leaders the challenges that they would face this year without the funding for daycare in place. So I'm very pleased with the Premier's announcement and Minister Matthews' confirmation of that announcement. On the issue of housing, I let you know how excited the housing community was when Minister Duncan in his budget committed over $622 million to match the federal government's funding announcement for a total of $1.2 billion. We were able to convince the federal government to come back to the table for housing. We hope that we're going to be able to convince the federal government to come back to the table to support childcare, which is vitally needed in this province and across Canada.